Every 7 years, you become a completely different person. That's what people say. That every single cell in your body is replaced over time, making you physically new. But here's the truth. That's not quite right. The real story is far stranger, and it happens much faster than you think. Welcome to Clay Science UK, where we turn science into stories you can actually see. Today, we're unpacking one of the most misunderstood ideas in biology, the myth that your body replaces itself every 7 years. By the end of this video, you'll understand how your body renews constantly, why the 7-year number is wrong, and how, despite all that change, you stay unmistakably you. Let's start with what's really happening right now. As you're watching this, your body is replacing about 330 billion cells. Not over years, today. That's roughly 1% of all your cells dying and being reborn every single day. Do the math. In about 80 to 100 days, your body will have created as many new cells as the total number it contains right now. That's like your body rebuilding itself every 3 months, not 7 years. Most of this replacement happens quietly. Your skin renews every 27 to 40 days, which is why you're constantly shedding tiny flakes of yourself. In your bed, your clothes, even the air. Your gut lining replaces itself every 4 to 5 days, because those cells live fast and die young, constantly absorbing nutrients and protecting your intestines. Your red blood cells last about 4 months before being recycled by your spleen, while your white blood cells can last days or even years, depending on their job. Your liver renews most of its cells within 300 to 500 days. It's one of the most regenerative organs in your body. Your bones, surprisingly, are also alive and dynamic. They completely remodel themselves roughly every 10 years through a process called bone turnover. But here's where things get fascinating. Some parts of you are ancient. The proteins in your eye lenses have been there since before you were born. And your neurons, the cells that store your thoughts and memories, can live as long as you do. So the next time you hear that your body replaces itself every 7 years, remember, it's not that simple. Some parts of you are younger than your phone, others older than your birth certificate. The 7-year myth is a simplification of something far more poetic, a constant, invisible rebuilding project that never stops. And it raises a bigger question. If your body is always changing, what keeps you the same? Let us zoom in on what's actually happening inside this living construction site called your body. Every second, your body replaces about 4 million cells. Take your bones. They look solid, but they're in constant motion. Osteoclasts break down old bone tissue, while osteoblasts build new bone in its place. In 10 years, your entire skeleton is effectively new, yet it still fits you perfectly, or your heart. For decades, scientists believed heart muscle cells never regenerated, that you were born with all you ever have. But research from the Karolinska Institute and later studies at Cambridge University showed otherwise. About 1% of your heart's cells renew every year. That may sound small, but by age 50, nearly half of your heart has quietly rebuilt itself. At UCL, British scientists are using carbon dating to map how organs age and repair at different speeds across the population, from liver tissue to skin, from neurons to blood vessels. Their findings are reshaping how we understand aging and recovery. It's not uniform. Some tissues, like the gut or skin, replace themselves rapidly. Others, like heart muscle, kidneys, or neurons, are slow or almost static. The result? You're a patchwork of ages, a living timeline. Parts of you are newborn, others are as old as time. But here's the paradox. If every part of you changes, from cells to molecules, why do you still feel like the same person? The answer is hidden in patterns. You are not defined by the atoms that make you, but by the way they're organized. Imagine your body as a river. The water changes every moment, but the river remains the same. Or think of yourself as a song. The notes fade and return, but the melody continues. Your cells die, divide, and renew, but the arrangement, the symphony, persists. That's why your memories endure, even when the physical molecules in your brain are replaced. Your body is not a static object. It's a living process, a choreography of atoms that never stops moving. And that's what makes the science of identity so fascinating. Let's dive deeper into the molecules that make up your cells. Even inside your neurons, the permanent cells that don't divide, the individual molecules, like proteins and lipids, are constantly replaced. Every few days or weeks, the atoms inside you are swapped out for new ones. That means the material that makes you is in constant flux, but the structure that defines you is remarkably stable. Your DNA, for example, serves as a blueprint for renewal. Every new cell copies your genetic code, ensuring each replacement matches the pattern of the original. But DNA isn't static either. Small mutations accumulate over time, adding microscopic differences between the you of today and the you of a decade ago. So how do we stay ourselves? Because what defines you isn't the atoms or even the cells. It's the information they carry. The human body is a biological continuity machine. It maintains patterns across change, the same way a flame keeps its shape even as fuel burns away. Your brain, the most stable part of your body, works like a living record. It continuously rewires connections between neurons based on experience. Even as the molecules inside those neurons come and go, the connections, the synapses that store your memories, persist for decades. This is why you can still remember your first day at school, your first heartbreak, or your favorite song. The atoms that made those memories are long gone, but the pattern remains. Philosophers call this the ship of Theseus paradox. If every plank of a ship is replaced over time, is it still the same ship? Science gives us an answer, yes. Because what matters isn't the material, but the continuity of structure. Here in the UK, researchers at Cambridge and UCL are studying how this continuity fails in diseases like Alzheimer's, when the brain's cellular renewal breaks down and the self begins to fade. Their goal is to understand not just how to extend life, but how to preserve identity. So next time you look in the mirror and think you re-seeing the same face, you re-not. You're looking at a moment in motion. Every cell, every atom, every heartbeat is part of an endless exchange. You're not a static being. You're a story being written in real time. Now, let's bring this full circle. No, your body doesn't replace itself every 7 years. That's a myth. But the truth is even more astonishing. Your body is replacing parts of itself right now, every heartbeat, every breath, every blink. The Weizmann Institute of Science estimates that in just 80 to 100 days, your body produces a number of new cells equal to its entire population. Cambridge researchers found that while your organs renew at different rates, the overall flow of renewal never stops. It is not about when your body replaces itself, it is about the fact that it always does. And yet, despite all this change, you stay you. Because the pattern of information, your memories, your habits, your personality, persists even as the matter itself is replaced. You are the universe's way of maintaining a pattern through chaos. And that's something beautiful. You are not a collection of parts. You are a process, not a fixed thing, but a living pattern that keeps unfolding. Here in the UK, scientists are now using this understanding to study aging, regeneration, and identity. UCL biologists are exploring how to slow cellular decay. Cambridge cognitive scientists are tracking how identity changes with age and experience. Their work isn't just about biology, it's about the meaning of being human. Because when you realize that your body is constantly rebuilding itself, you start to see life differently. Change stops feeling like loss. It starts feeling like renewal. So maybe the question isn't, who am I? But, who am I becoming? If you found this fascinating, subscribe to Clay Science UK. We make science visual, human, and beautifully British. New videos every day at 6 p.m. GMT. And remember, you are not the same person you were when you clicked on this video. And that's exactly what makes you, you.